Good to see you, Secretary Raimondo.
Hello.
Thanks so much for your leadership. American leadership in science and technology, especially the emerging technologies that will dominate the 21st century, is vital to both the future of the American economy and to our competitiveness with China. I want to thank you for your significant efforts thus far to ensure that USICA advances through the process. It is now, as you say, it's Congress's job to do our work and get this legislation in a bipartisan fashion on the President's desk. One of my top priorities in USICA is the regional technology hubs. Can you discuss the importance of the regional tech hubs and the impact they'll have on non-coastal, non-traditional areas of the country?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your leadership and your spirit of cooperation on this. We talk all the time about chips, but the tech hubs are every bit as important. And they're designed to create, ecosystems of innovation in communities around the country that have been, overlooked. And for example, in the Midwest, there are fantastic research universities. I think Purdue just launched a whole new program for semiconductor master's programs. Right. So what we want to do is in regions around the country, bring together research institutions with entrepreneurs, with companies to take the great ideas coming out of the research institutions and translate them into products that we can make. I will say this, we need more fabs in America, no question about it. We need more semiconductor manufacturing capacity. That isn't nearly enough. That isn't nearly enough. We need to start increasing our innovation in all emerging technologies, in semiconductors, in design, in packaging, in energy efficiency. And all of that starts at the ground level. And it isn't all going to happen in Silicon Valley, Boston, and Austin, Texas. So this is about getting throughout America, tapping into that research and creating a workforce and deep wells of like I said, ecosystems of talent and entrepreneurship and innovation and activity.
That's how I see it, Secretary. Building on existing assets, existing bases of talent, whether it's in the universities or outside the walls of the university. We have incredible talent across this country. It just needs to be harnessed as we have harness talent with the assistance of government as customer or government as investor in past generations in places like Silicon Valley or the Research Triangle of North Carolina or in Boston. And so places like Indiana, and there are many out there that would benefit from these sorts of investments. Another value proposition I consistently hear about as we discuss the tech hubs is from venture capitalists. It's a frequent lamentation of those who start startup businesses in the state of Indiana that you have to go to a place like Silicon Valley to get your business model funded. And the venture capitalists are saying, well, if you make these sorts of investments, we're going to be making a lot more visits too, spending more time focusing on geographies like the state of Indiana. So this is also a major source of interest to all of them. Do you have any thoughts based on your professional background before you were involved in government on that topic?
Yes, I think what you say is exactly right. So right now, about 90% of all venture capital money flows into 6 or 7 cities and towns in America. 90%. And you know what they are, as you say, Silicon Valley, Boston, right. New York, et cetera. I promise you, not 90% of all entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial talent, or innovation is in those 6 places. But venture capitalists want to see a critical mass before they start traveling there to invest. And that's what these tech hubs will do, create some critical mass. There's also what we refer to in the business as the valley of death, which is you get a little startup money, but then it's hard to raise money here to get to scale. This is sort of the valley of death. Tech hubs will help to get companies through that valley of death so they can access deeper pools of capital.
That's the tech maturation monies that will go to
Yes.
designated hubs, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I see my time is coming to an end, but sometimes people try and figure out how to characterize this legislation. Is it innovation legislation? Is it a China competitiveness bill? Do you know there's a happy coincidence between the two? And if we can harness the talent, the energies, the entrepreneurial spirit, the broad, deep capital markets of the United States of America and become more innovative, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to win the 21st century for American values. So they are really they're two sides of the same coin. And so thank you for speaking to that important feature of USICA. We'll do our work and hopefully get it done here in coming months. Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And thank you, Senator Young, for the legislation and your participation in it. And I would just say that